What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about how you can achieve good grades in college and stay organized. I'm going to talk about a little bit about my college experience so far. So for my first semester freshman year, I was at a 4-year university. Unfortunately, they didn't have the major that I wanted to major in, so I had to transfer, and now I'm in a community college. But all these tips work for either you're in a 4-year college or if you're at a community college, and this can also work for high school students as well. The first tip I have for you is to get a planner, and you want a good planner that's going to help you out organize your days. The one I like are academic planners. They have a whole page set to one day, and it lays out like every hour, and you can write down what you have to do for every hour. When you have something that is cute and fun to write in, it helps you want to keep checking it, and I am personally someone who loves to check off lists. So that is a good tip I have for you. The next tip that I swear by is having a calendar somewhere in your room where you wake up every day and you see it automatically. I have a calendar that is right by my mirror on my dresser, and that is where I put every single assignment that is due. I map it out, and it's just a great reminder to look at right when you wake up. Once you are done with those assignments, you can cross them off your list, and it makes you feel good while you're doing that. When it comes to getting down and doing your homework or studying, I recommend going somewhere that is quiet and a clean environment, whether that be your house or going to a local coffee shop or going somewhere with your friends studying at your university. You need somewhere that is away from distractions. Another good thing to do is put your phone on night mode. I think that's what it's called. It's like the little moon button. I don't know. It's like silent night mode. That way you're not getting notifications from Snapchat, Instagram, all those great social media platforms that we're currently on all the time. But we need to put those away in order to get things done. I also like to have like water or a drink around me, and then some snacks. That way I'm not constantly getting up if I'm hungry. I think that's also a good key to have when you're studying. Another tip I have for you is to take breaks. Oh my gosh. Let's say if you're studying so much for like hours on end, you can be burnt out, and honestly it's hard for me to stay focused that long. So what I'll do is I'll set a timer for like 30 minutes, and then I will take a break for like 10 or 15 minutes. That way I'm not constantly going full speed into homework and just kind of like, I feel like frying my brain. But when I am in the mood to get something done, sometimes I just push through it if I can, or if I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. Oh, it's so hot. I'm trying to like pretend it's fall, but it's still not fall. It's still hot outside, you know. Another tip I have for you is if you are going to a lecture or class, a lot of professors will post the notes on your online access page or whatever. Like there's like, I think, like Google Classroom, Canvas, Blackboard. I know that's like really common in the Midwest and where I'm from. But a lot of professors will post the notes beforehand. What I do is I print off their slideshow, and I use that for my notes. So I'll write on the slideshow whatever he or she adds, and it's just a great way to take notes. I also recommend looking at them before class, just so you're aware of what's going to be covered in class. You don't have to read through the whole thing, but kind of skim through, and it helps just a little bit. Also, when I'm about to take a test, studying is super, super, super important, and a lot of people have many different ways of studying. Some just read through your notes and your textbook over and over again. That does not work for me. I live by flashcards. Is the lighting changing? I don't know. Sorry. I live for flashcards, whether it's me going and buying a stack from the store and writing them hand out. I will put the term on the front and the definition on the back, and any other things I need to memorize for that test. Another great source is Quizlet. So if you can find questions that are on your test or similar, definitely look on Quizlet. That has helped me a lot in anatomy. Because I've had people who've taken the class before me and they've already done their flashcards. So sometimes you can be lucky and find that. I like to use Create a Set or Create a Study, and I go in and type all my flashcards out. Then I use that as a way to take practice tests on those questions I've typed. and you can do like matching or anything like that. I think that Quizlet is honestly a really great study tool. I definitely survived on Quizlet my freshman year of college. It's a great tool. Another tip or kinda secret that I have is when you have textbooks, if you can order an ebook, I recommend it. I have an ebook for my ethics and my speech class. Those are really great. I wouldn't recommend it for like microbiology or anatomy. I mean, you could, but for something that you're going to do like a lot of writing in or answering a lot of questions with paragraphs, I recommend this because if you have an ebook, you can go into the search bar and type your question or some keywords, and it will search and it will go directly to that page and highlight that information. I think it's great, so I'm not flipping through the book and trying to find the pages and physically reading the whole page, because sometimes I can be lazy and I honestly just don't want to do that all the time. So that's a great tool. Go in the search, type in your keyword or your phrase, and it will pop up for you. Another great tip I have is going to class. When I was at my 4-year university, I definitely had days where I did not want to get out of my bed and walk to class in the snow or the rain. It was not good, but sometimes if you're in a smaller class or a smaller lecture, they will take attendance or participation points. Being in a 4-year college, they definitely did that. I had huge lectures, but we would sign on and it's almost like Kahoot, but it wasn't, I can't remember what it was called. But he would know if you answered the question during the class period and if you were there, even though we had like hundreds of students in the lecture. Definitely in community college, in smaller lectures or smaller classrooms, they do take attendance and have that as a grade. Right now, especially for labs are super important to attend. You don't want to miss those if you're taking any science classes like that. I think the biggest thing that I could say in my last big tip for success is trying not to procrastinate. I know it's so hard. I tend to call myself the world's biggest procrastinator, but this semester and this year has been way better for me, and I think it's because I have my planner I can take with me in my calendar. And sometimes you just need to have the mindset that you need to get done. Like, it needs to happen. You need to get in that mode and just think life will be so much better and I will be way less stressed if I do it right now. If you have free time, do it. Just get on it. I know it sucks and I know you absolutely do not want to do it, but you just got to. And mapping out your time and seeing when you have free time within your days, that's when the planner comes really helpful. You can schedule, okay, I'm going to sit myself down at this time and do it. And I know sometimes that always doesn't happen. I've said that many times, but you just got to get it done. Procrastination is your biggest problem, one of your biggest problems. At least it's one of my biggest problems. Otherwise, everything would be a breeze. But I hope you enjoyed these tips and my video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video and comment down below if you have any suggestions or what you want to see from me next. And make sure you follow my Instagram because usually I'm posting on there and I'm always posting on my Instagram story and you can connect with me there. I also love doing polls and having a few video ideas that are going to be coming up with my Instagram. So make sure you follow me. And thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.